Hi guys, welcome to FILMY Fitness. This is Untitled and today is the week 8 day 40 of our 10 weeks lean body challenge. And this is my conflicting body parts week and my today's workout is legs and shoulder. Firstly, I'm going to do legs and shoulder home workout for people who cannot go to gym. They can do these simple leg and shoulder exercises at home. Now let's talk about conflicting body parts. When you perform two contrasting body parts together like one set of pulling exercise before a set of pushing exercise, you can expect to be stronger and more powerful for the pushing exercise and vice versa. By training this way, you can hit two body parts more quickly and efficiently than by doing them in separate sessions. In short, we will be shocking our body part to prevent stagnation of body weight and continue improving our endurance. The single arm dumbbell press is a good exercise to build accessory program for strength and power. Let's move on to the SUMO squat. I'm going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. Stand with your feet wider than hip width apart. Give yourself a few feet and stand wide without overextending. And the next conflict exercise is close grip press. I'm going to do 2 sets with 12 reps. If you choose to do shoulder press from a standing position, you will work most of the large muscle in your upper body including chest, shoulder, arms and upper back. Because being upright requires balance, you also recruit the muscle in your core including your abdominal and lower back. Moving on to the next conflicting exercise is CURTESY lunges. I'm going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. The CURTESY lunges is one of the best lunges variation that activates the glute, making it a great way to sculpt your butt. And the next conflict exercise is lateral raises. I'm going to do 2 sets with 12 reps. The primary muscle worked in the lateral raise exercise is middle deltoid. And the next conflict exercise is narrow feet squat. I'm going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. Narrow feet squat is good for your adductors, glutes and quadriceps. Moving on to the front raises, I'm going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. Front raises is a simple weightlifting exercise that targets the front and side of the shoulder. And the next conflict exercise is goblet forward lunges. I'm going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. You can perform the lunges with either a weight held in the goblet position or with no weight at all. And the next conflict exercise is one arm lateral raises. I'm going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. The one arm lateral raise forces the recruitment of more muscles for stabilization, especially in your core. And the next exercise is bent over raises. I'm going to do 3 sets with 15 reps. Bent over lateral raise work the posterior deltoid, which is the part of the deltoid that's on the back side of your shoulder. Moving on to the next conflict exercise, that is squat. I'm going to do 2 sets with 20 reps. It is the great exercise for your quads, hamstring, glutes and hip adductors while also working your core. And the last exercise is shrugs. I'm going to do 2 sets with 20 reps. The main muscles that shoulder shrugs target are the trapezius muscles. These muscles are located on either side of your neck. I just completed conflicting body parts home workout. Now let's start the main exercise of the conflicting body parts workout. And the first exercise is Smith squat. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. Squats of any type, whether they free weights or on a Smith machine, can be dangerous if they are performed incorrectly. However, the very fact that the machine allows less freedom of movement can also set you up for injury. If you don't lean far enough forward during a squat, you can strain your back and knees. Smith machine squats are safe because they allow you to squat without a supporter. And moving on to the next conflict exercise, that is shoulder Smith press. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. The Smith machine shoulder press is a compound exercise for anterior deltoid, that is the front part of your shoulder, and it is very effective for building muscle size and strength. Now using a Smith machine has its benefits since you don't have to stabilize the weight to lift it, unlike with the free weight barbell. So it's much easier to perform the movement and it's good for beginners. Moving on to the next conflict exercise, that is standard leg press. I am going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. Today I will be doing 5 variations in the leg press. First the standard stance, then the wide stance, then narrow stance, then low feet stance, and finally high feet stance. The standard stance target mainly the quadriceps. The leg press, a type of resistance training exercise, is an excellent way to strengthen your legs. Now moving on to the wide stance, I am going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. Wide stance mainly focuses on the inner thigh muscle. It is the only machine that targets your whole leg muscle. Turn your toes slightly out. This provides additional engagement of the glute muscle and generate an awesome pump. The next one is narrow stance. I am going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. Bilateral, unilateral, closed stance, wide stance, and standard stance. There are a number of different ways you can perform the leg press to help achieve a certain physical goal. The more you will emphasize the outer portion of your quads, it helps accentuate the contrast between the upper and lower portion of the thigh. And the second last exercise of leg press is low feet stance. I am going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. The low feet stance mainly target our calf and quad muscle. Going too low on this leg increase the risk of your knee traveling a bit too far past the plane of your toes, which create a lot of shear and stress on the knee joint. And the last one is high feet stance. I am going to do 2 sets with 15 reps. High feet placement works our hamstring and glute. This is due to the fact of that placing your feet higher on the sled increases the degree of hip flexion while reducing the range of motion of the knees. This means that greater stretch is placed on the glutes and hamstring, allowing them to contract more strongly. Moving on to the next conflict exercise, that is front raises. I am going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. The front raise strengthens primarily shoulder deltoid but also works the upper chest muscle. It is an isolation exercise for shoulder flexion. This exercise will help you build strength and definition in the front and the side of your shoulder. And the next conflict exercise is landmine squat. I am going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. The landmine squat is one of the safer squat alternatives, and for us it is the best exercise for teaching the correct form of squat. Whether you are a complete beginner or training around an injury, landmine squats are a brilliant low impact exercise that still have plenty of benefits. It places significant strain on the quads, hamstring and glutes, making it one of the greatest bang for your buck exercise known to man. And the next conflict exercise is lateral raises. I am going to do 3 sets with 15 reps. The lateral raise can help you achieve muscle hypertrophy of the lateral deltoid, giving you the appearance of broader, stronger shoulder. Aside from the superficial appearance benefits, the exercise also helps strengthen your shoulder independently. As well as stronger, larger shoulder, the benefit of lateral raise extend to increased shoulder mobility, If you brace correctly throughout the lift, your core also benefits, and muscle in the upper back, arms and neck will also feel strain after a few sets. And the next conflict exercise is stiff leg deadlift. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. The stiff leg deadlift is also known as the straight leg deadlift, is an essential exercise for building strength in your hamstring and glutes. Not only will this exercise boost your lower body strength, but it will help you excel in other exercises as well. This exercise engages the fore muscle in the back of your leg. And the next conflict exercise is single arm Arnold press. I'm going to do 2 sets with 20 reps. The Arnold press is a killer upper body move. It will tone and strengthen your deltoids, and because the Arnold press involves moving in multiple planes of motion, you will get the benefit of targeting several areas of the muscle involved instead of just one. And the conflict exercise is hip thrust. I'm going to do 3 sets with 15 reps. The hip thrust is increasingly acknowledged as one of the most powerful exercises to be included in our workout. This is because so many of us work in sedentary rules. The prime purpose of the hip thrust is to strengthen the glute or gluteal muscles. The glutes consist of 3 major muscles: the glute maximus, the glute minimus, the glute medius. And the next conflict exercise is shoulder smith behind the neck. I'm going to do 3 sets with 15 reps. The behind the neck push press is another similar movement that coaches and athletes can use to develop stronger and healthier shoulder, overhead positioning, and even upper back strength. Additionally, the behind the neck push press can drastically improve jerking performance and even one's ability to stay braced and packed while heavy squatting. And the next conflict exercise is leg extension. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. Please do proper warm up your body with low impact exercises like high knees, jumping jacks or cycling. Leg extension helps toning the front thigh muscle, but if practiced with correct form, then it also strengthens the tissue and ligaments connected to the thigh and knees, which reduces the chance of workout injuries. Performing any exercise comes with a series of risks such as cramps and muscle pain. The tension should be felt in front thigh, not in calves or hamstring. And the next conflict exercise is bent over dumbbell raises. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. Shoulder stabilization and strength is key for overhead and pressing movements. Increasing the posterior shoulder health will surely impact the performance during the snatch, jerk, bench press, handstand push-ups, dips, etc. By increasing the posterior shoulder, you help to find better balance in the strength of the pectoral and anterior deltoids, which can aid in injury prevention and shoulder integrity. And the conflict exercise is leg curl. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. Leg curls strengthen and improve flexibility of your hamstring. The exercise also targets calves, gastrocnemius and soleus. Having strong flexible hamstring is an important factor in your overall strength, balance and stamina. To properly execute a leg curl, always start with lighter weight. You don't want to force your body to overcompensate by lifting the hips and flexing your lower back. This fails to isolate the calves and hamstring and can also cause injury to your back. And the next 2 sets with seated machine dips. I'm going to do 15 reps. As a compound exercise, dips are great for challenging a number of your upper body muscles all at the same time. Other exercises like bench press, chin-ups and push-ups will see a benefit from the strength and flexibility involved in performing dips. Dips are a challenging exercise that can build strength and muscle mass in your chest, tricep, shoulder and back. Add them to your strength training routine every 2 or 3 days for best result. And the next conflict exercise is standing calf raises. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. These are very different moves with the same goal, that is to pack on muscle. However, each has their own unique function regarding where exactly the stress is focused. Keep the slightest of bend in your knees during the entire action without flexing your legs. Training this way will give your calves thickness from the side or inside width. And the next conflict exercise is single arm lateral raises. I'm going to do 2 sets with 20 reps. Always do this exercise slowly, it is an isolation exercise, and choose a manageable weight and avoid bouncing up and down. And the second last conflict exercise is leg press calf raises. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. It is the only exercise to position your knees to effectively work your soleus muscle. The leg press calf raise will stress the thick muscle under the calves and give your calf width to your lower leg. And the last conflict exercise is machine shrugs. I'm going to do 3 sets with 20 reps. Throughout the exercise, make sure you keep your shoulders back and your spine and elbows straight. This motion should be smooth and controlled, as a blastic movement could result in a neck injury. Move only at the shoulder when raising the weights. Taking 1 minute rest and moving on to the stretching for 15 minutes at least to avoid injury and soreness, and also improve muscle flexibility. If this information was helpful, give me thumbs up. That's all for the day. See you all tomorrow. It's Filmy Fitness by AMAN, powered by Purely Picture. Stay tuned, stay safe and stay fit.